Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Ben. How are you guys doing today? What I have for you today in this video is I want to talk to you guys about Comcast eventually going to start rolling out their own wireless network. Now, you guys are not aware, a link to the article will be in the description below, where, sometime around this year, Comcast will be releasing their own wireless carrier, and they're going to be sharing their network with Verizon. So they're going to share, Verizon's going to share their network with Comcast. In fact, it was actually in the contract from what I've read that they were able to use some of Verizon's networks. But, basically, you got another choice on where you want to have your cell phone carrier and who you want to have it with. So, if you guys are not aware, in the United States of America, you got AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, and then, of course, you got some of the smaller carriers out there like Boost Mobile, Metro PC, Cricket, and there was a whole bunch out there. Yeah, and I don't know what kind of carrier Comcast is going to be, if it's going to be part of the top big carriers, or it'll just be like part of the little carriers out there. Now, why is Comcast doing this? I mean, the only thing I can think of is, okay, they want to add more choices to their product lineup, and plus, they were saying that when they roll out these wireless networks, it's going to come with the cable plan as well. So you want a cable TV, internet for your house, and then, the phone for your house, then, you have an extra option for your cell phone carrier as well. And you know what? It's similar to T-Mobile now that I think about it. Since I've started using T-Mobile, was like because we used to have Comcast for our phone at home. But now we switched over to T-Mobile because, the price per month is a lot cheaper than paying through Comcast. Not only that, you just got this little box from T-Mobile and with a SIM card in there. And then, let's say if you wanted to move out to a new house or something and you want to assign a new phone number to it, you can just take that thing with you, plug it up, set it up, and that's it. And you plug that. The phone line goes from the modem to that little box. And, plus that thing was connected to the internet. So, I mean, really, the thing works well. And I'm not 100% sure if T-Mobile had cable TV. I haven't checked out their products for a while. But, I mean, Comcast is starting to get into the cell phone market from what it looks like. So, who knows? They might carry an iPhone or an Android phone. I don't know how it's going to work out. I'm assuming it's going to be the same thing. And I don't know if manufacturers are going to make cell phones specifically to Comcast's network, like how they're doing it with AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile, or they may just give them the unlocked versions, and you can buy the phones from Comcast at full price without a 2-year contract. So, I mean, really, the only benefit that I see is that the consumers have another choice in the market to choose from. And, me personally, I don't think it's going to change anything. It's just adding to their product lineup. So, in terms of sharing the data or the network capabilities with Verizon, I'm assuming their network availability, their signal strength, their amount of drop calls is going to be very similar to Verizon's network, because that's what they're going to run their networks off of. And, the only reason I can think of, like I said, is that Comcast wants to add more to their product lineup. That's about it. I mean, I don't know any major reasoning. Maybe they're expanding, as a company nationally, that they were able to add in this extra option right here. So, I mean, do I suggest that you guys switch from your current cell phone carriers right now to Comcast when they roll out these networks? I'm not 100% sure about that yet. I would say hold off for now until we see what kind of deals they produce, what kind of prices they're going to be charging people for these plans, and how is it going to work with activation fees, 2-year contract plans. I mean, we're not sure what it's going to be like with Comcast having their own wireless provider, or being their own wireless provider. I mean, I don't know what benefit it is other than to give the consumers another choice. I mean, I'm probably gonna find out the reasoning, once they start rolling out these networks, or who knows, they may just back out on the plan and say, okay, we change our minds, we're not gonna do this right now, or we may not do it again, it's not gonna work out. I mean, I don't know what their deal is, because I've heard stories where people had Comcast and then they're switching over to cheaper solutions due to the price. And, if Comcast really wants to get into the wireless network business, I mean, they really have to compete with the carriers out there already who are already overpriced and who are ridiculously cheap but have bad servers. Now, I mean, that's just how I feel. And I don't know how good Comcast service is going to be, but, since they were going to share part of the network with Verizon, I'm assuming that they're going to be very similar, but maybe not as top-notch with Verizon. Maybe just be slightly slower or slightly less valuable than Verizon. But, when they start first rolling out their wireless networks, I'm pretty sure they're going to have to improve on it, improve all the bugs and fixes, and then eventually they'll be right up there in the competition. But, me personally, if a brand new carrier just rolled out, I can't see myself considering them until I see how they play out after a few years of launch. So I would say 3 years the most. See how they played out. And if they're good and they're reliable and you get signal strength everywhere, I will definitely recommend that carrier to you guys. Now, if they're not reliable, they don't have great servers, there's not enough signal strength everywhere, especially at the dead zone areas, I'd call it. I mean, the areas where you're not likely to be near a cell tower most of the time, but, if you can pick up some signal strength, I mean, I would recommend it, but if you can't pick up signal strength at all in that kind of area, game over. No way. I mean, T-Mobile, sometimes when I'm driving down the road, I'm streaming music, then I'll come up to an area where the audio is just, buffering, because I don't have signal in that particular area for it to load. Whereas when I used to use AT&T, I never had that problem whatsoever. I just paid $15 more a month because I was on that Go phone plan. And now, $30 a month with the 6 gigabyte plan that I'm not going to use up all the way. I mean, it's good and all, but when signal strength, starts degrading, and I definitely notice it, then that's when I have an issue. Even when I make a phone call sometimes, it shows on my phone I got 2 bars, and next thing you know, I can't even make the call. It's dropped. I mean, if Comcast were to have that kind of service like how I have with T-Mobile right now, definitely not a recommendation on my part, at least for me. Like I said before, what I'm looking for is reliability, how often I can count on signal strength, and, for the number of drop calls and for no signal availability has to be at least 5% of the time. I'm that picky when it comes to the signal strength. T-Mobile, I'll get it for like maybe 60 or 70% of the time, depending on which area I'm in. And you know what? That's not okay with me at all. But, I switched over because of the cheaper deal. And, there were times where I kind of regret it. But in the meantime, I don't know what I'm going to do. But right now, I'm just going to stick with it. But, the point here being is that Comcast will definitely have to see and analyze what the competitors are like out there in order to produce a very good, reliable wireless service. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Comcast will make it? Or do you guys feel like, okay, they might back on the plan? I mean, leave a comment down below. And why do you guys think Comcast wants to provide this service other than what I think, adding to their product lineup? I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment. Also, check out the description below for my social media links to their Instagram. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.